Alright, well, time to test the Singer. The bobbin case on the model 1591 has a finger going the other direction. It's pointing counterclockwise compared to most of the Japanese style and other copy machines where they point the finger clockwise. I assume that's just to avoid trouble from Singer to say that they did redesign something on the machine, but we're going to pop this bobbin in. Get it up underneath the spring there, and then because this machine is not in a cabinet, we can just reach in from underneath and pop that in place. Alright, time to thread the 1591. So there's a spool hook on the back side of the faceplate here, and then it needs to go around the back side of the tensioner and get pulled up behind this finger, and then it has to go through the take-up arm, and then once it goes through the take-up arm, it's got another hook on the front here, and then there's a hook down by the needle, and it will go through the needle, which I forgot to reinstall. Okay, reinstalling the needle. So on a side load bobbin, the flat on the needle faces left or right, and if you tighten the clamp, it's pretty evident pretty quickly which way the flat goes. Like if I install this flat facing the wrong direction, like it'll clamp in there, but it doesn't clamp as easily, and it doesn't release as easily. So on this machine, the flat faces to the left, and it does mean that you have to come around to the side to see the hole. There we go. Needle is threaded. I'll push. There's one more thread guide by the hook there. That seems wrong. If the thread guide is on the back there, I'm going to bet that I need to thread the needle from this side. So let's the manual is available online, so I guess I could check it, but get a proper tail on there. Now, alright, and it did pick up the thread, so facing the needle flat to the right, and then my tensioner tensioner set on 5 is That's probably a good tension. All right, so let's start with just seeing if we can get a straight stitch here. Lower bobbin tension is pulling the upper thread through, so we'll tighten our upper tension a little bit. And we'll find a new spot on the piece of fabric. All right, looking good there. So straight stitch is doing well. My slide is working there. So it's time to try out the accessory. I've got the buttonhole attachment for this machine, and so we'll try that out. Take our presser foot nut off, because the presser foot is replaced by the buttonholer. And it's got this plate that covers the feed dogs. Supposed to screw into place on top of the presser foot here. So there's these two dimples in it, and those are what lock into the spots on the needle plate. And now there. Make sure that I set this in place and tighten it down so that it's not going to flop around and get hit by the needle. And then the drive arm has to go around the needle there, and the whole piece then slides up and gets screwed in place on the presser bar. It's got this long screwdriver bar and this extra nut came in the case, it looks like. So let's see. Did I forget to check and see if there's a cam in here? Yep, forgot to pop a pattern cam in. So they've got different size cams for this. So we'll put the big one in there, which is 1 1/16. There's a 1 notch in each end here, and put a dab of oil in the bottom of this. Just had that popped on there. There we go. Make sure that's in flat so the lid will shut. Now that I've got a cam in there, so, bobbin hole pattern cam is in place, and you're supposed to set it to start at the narrow end here, and the cams do have a fat end and a narrow end, so they only fit into the machine one way. But let's get our fabric in under there, and and it immediately broke the upper thread. Okay. Reset from this end and see if we can get it to go from this end. The key when one of the things about using this is you got to make sure that you got fabric under the entire footprint of the machine here. So, oh. There. Alright, well, it made its lap, and it clearly caught up the top thread in a big monkey knot down there, but otherwise it's about as functional, I think, as that goes. So that was entertaining to play with, but the machine is doing a straight stitch, and I'm gonna test that some more because that is the main key of what you need to sew with. So is. Like, set aside my straight stitch foot when I put that on. Here we go. Set this to a very small Alright, it's not catching everything, so this is the needle that was in the machine. We'll just get a different needle. For starters, to test it.